Going on YouTube? I am at RAF Mildenhall here for 2 weeks doing our annual tour in England, and over the next few weeks I'm going to show you what I get to do and share a story with you. I hope you like it. What's going on YouTube? I am in London, my first time here. Today's video is my Air Force story. It's not about finances, but what I've seen, what I haven't seen in 17 years of service. I'll tell you how I started, what I've come across, obstacles, challenges, opportunities, a lot of good stuff, and hopefully you'll like it. What I'm going to do is over the next 3 weeks I'll film and share my story with you. So I came in at 24. At the age of 24 I knew what I wanted, and most people hadn't experienced some of the mistakes that I had. They were 18, 19, 20, my peers. So my first job that I was able to get was my choice. I was a firefighter for 4 years. I did that, I enjoyed it, but I knew long term it wasn't for me. So the choices I had either was I'd leave the Air Force and separate, or possibility of retraining, which is what I did. I cross-trained into personnel, and the reason I chose that is so I can be with my family, work Monday through Friday, have holidays off, but go to school at night. And that's exactly what I did. I was able to get my bachelor's degree, and then I said, you know what can I go from here? Where can I go from here? When I retrained, I thought I was going to be able to PCS to another base, but that didn't happen. So I spent 6 years at Maxwell Air Force Base in Alabama. So when I was at Maxwell Air Force Base, I would see second lieutenants everywhere, and that's because Maxwell Air Force Base is the home of Officer Training School, OTS. And since I had my bachelor's degree, I figured, hey, let me see if I can become an officer. I applied for OTS for 2 boards. That wasn't accepted, so I said, okay, I'll just stay in the Air Force because I figured I'd like the Air Force a lot and just make rank on the enlisted side. But somebody mentioned to me about ROTC. I applied for ROTC and I got accepted. Finished that, then I came back on active duty as an officer. My first base on active duty again was Peterson Air Force Base. And I went right back to the personnel career field. Did that from Peterson. I went to Greenland for TDY, and I got to see Greenland. How many people can say that they've been to Greenland? That was a great place. After Peterson, I went to Hickam Air Force Base in Hawaii. We are in Cambridge right now, and that is King's College right in that direction over there. By the time I got to Hickam Air Force Base, a month later the Air Force announced that they were going to be having a reduction in force. I didn't know what that was, but basically what that boiled down to was they were having cutbacks, and some people would have to leave, some people could stay. We ended up staying in Hawaii for 10 months, and then my career as active duty came to an end. After 9.5 years, September of 2006, I left active duty. Wasn't sure what was going to happen next. I was really bothered by that because I love the Air Force, active duty, the lifestyle of what we do, and my active duty career came to an end after 9.5 years. Alright, next portion of the video. I am currently in Munich, Germany, my first time in Germany. It's raining, but we have an umbrella, so we'll still get to see a lot. Once I was on terminal leave, I knew my days were numbered in the Air Force. That was a big stressor because I didn't know where I was going to be working next. My wife and I decided to go back to Colorado Springs. We had a house there, With or without a job, we were going there, and that's what we did. So that's how come you have to have a great plan A, but a greater plan B with your finances. When that curveball in life comes, what are you going to do to ensure that you limit the stress available in your life? Available is not the right word, but limit the stress that you have in your life. Luckily, I went straight into a GS job, working for the Air Force at the Airmen and Family Readiness Center as a civilian while still on terminal leave. And I went straight into the reserves as well as an IMA, Individual Mobilized Augmentee. I did that for 2 years. I had a contract for 2 years. After that, my contract expired. I was a little bit nervous about if I was still going to be able to serve in the reserves, and that's where we have to be proactive as well. I was able to find a traditional reservist job in personnel, teaching PERSCO to the unit where I was assigned, and I would do that. So I got to keep my ID card, continue to serve. I did that and then got promoted, and it was time for me to do something different outside of the personnel world. So right now I am in Rome, Italy at the Vatican here for 2 days. Let me tell you about the next job that I did. As as a traditional reservist in the Air Force, you do 1 week in a month and your 2-week tour. That's a great option for me because I like to know when I'm working, put that into my calendar. I did personnel, taught PERSCO like I said, and then I wanted to do something that was a little bit different out of my career field. And I had the opportunity to go to Equal Opportunity. I did that for 3 years. Went to school for that. That was at Patrick Air Force Base right across the street from the Atlantic Ocean. And a great opportunity for me as well to learn something else in the human resources field. And once I completed 3 years with that, I wanted to do something different, go back into my career field, which we had merged, personnel had merged with services. And I requested to go into the services career field, which is what I'm doing now. Been doing services for 6 months. I'm at 17 years in the Air Force. At 20, I can call it quits if I want. I most likely go longer because it's part-time. Great way to serve our nation, to develop myself as well. And it's something that I really, really support and enjoy. When we were in England just a week ago, I had the opportunity to do briefings for people that are transitioning out of the service, in this case the Air Force. And I told them about the opportunities available as a reservist. In my opinion, it's the best kept secret. Check it out.
Indian people.
What's going on YouTube? I'm going to wrap up my video, my Air Force journey. I'm in Paris, France, walking down the Eiffel Tower. Great experience. Just like my Air Force career, it's what I've made of it. I hope if you're in the Air Force, you take advantage of the opportunities that are out there. If you're thinking about joining the Air Force, there are many opportunities out there. Take advantage of them, just like I believe we should in life. I spent 3 weeks in Europe. Great opportunity, great times, great mission, and hope you enjoyed this kind of long video, but it was a great journey. Going home in 2 days back to my family. See ya.